The Beasley bloodline has essentially been taken out by Bloody Rose and Archie Waters at this point, and I don't know if this makes me suspect Mrs. Beasley more, that she possibly just took out her last remaining child, or it's a red herring. Making a movie about the Millwood Massacre and then removing and whitewashing the 4 women of color whose story you're trying to tell and only leaving the one white character, but splitting that character into 2 people by having it being played by Sydney Sweeney and Emma Roberts, not only would I be ready to box whoever made this decision, but now I gotta sue you as well because I did not give you the life rights to tell my story that happened to me. Faran and Greg are now dating, it seems. Noah broke up with Shawn, so her and Jen are now official. Christian and Tabby, Imogen and Johnny had a sleepover, and Kelly is questioning everything she knows about her mom. The more answers we get, the more questions there are. Like, was Kelly really just taken out like that? What happened to Dr. Sullivan? And how is Rosewater in Mouse's house right now? And why does her grandmama look so as if she's hypnotized? There's so much to talk about Pretty Little Liars Summer School Season 2, Episode 7. Let's talk about it. Faran is a girl's girl, despite her going with Greg right now, definitely still a girl's girl because she still went out of her way to try to warn Kelly about Bloody Rose and possibly her mom being Bloody Rose because she wanted her to try to protect herself from whatever happened last year. I'm gonna be honest, I really was hoping that Faran was gonna jump in that pool to go to Kelly to try to CPR, save her life, if she really was just taken out the way she was. I also love Faran leaving the pool the way she did because the way the coach was going to be so quick to just throw her under the bus when String Bean decided to sue for wrongful termination, even though she did everything she was supposed to do as the captain of that pool, and the coach said nothing originally when he was fired. So now just throwing her under the bus, yeah, you can miss me with that. But I also truly love that Faran realized that she does not have to prove anything to anyone. If she only wants to prove to herself, that is perfectly okay. But she has nothing to prove to anyone about how strong, tough, or capable she is. I want to root for Mouse so much sometimes, and then she pulls things like pretending to be Angela Waters on Spooky Spaghetti. And Mouse, I would have thought after what happened with Steve, you would have realized that that is not a good thing. You cannot hide that way. And while I understand and love that Ash is very supportive of you and he knows that he cannot talk you out of things, I really wish he would have tried in this instance because all you did was make everything worse and get yourself doxxed. Walking into my house and seeing Rosewater sitting on my couch next to my Lola, I would have expeditiously grabbed a weapon because I'm sorry, ma'am, I saw you throw yourself over a bridge at the mere mention of your son. And now my grandmother is looking either hypnotized or just confused, and now we have a problem because why are you here? I know we have to let her explain why she's in your house, but throw hands first, ask questions later. Know everything that you know about Shawn and the audience knows about Shawn would lead us to believe that there is no way that he would act violently, no matter how mad he is, that he would react such in a violent way to punch a wall. Maybe he did confront Jen, but definitely I don't believe about punching the wall. And the fact that you are so quick to believe Jen go over to his house and really destroy his property, even though you have said multiple times how you cannot afford to go back to juvie, especially since you went to juvie, for taking the blame for your mom for a crime that you never even committed. Noah, recognize some signs here. When Shawn told Noah that she just wants someone to save, that the feelings that she has for Jen aren't real, I think he was very close to the target because Noah has spent her entire life being an enabler for her mom's bad actions and toxic behavior that she has done until she really couldn't do it anymore. And when she should have been focusing on stop being an enabler in that way, she immediately latches onto Jen and enables all of her bad behavior and toxic and manipulation that she has done throughout the entire time that she has been in Millwood. Noah needs to take off the rose-colored glasses that she has about Jen and wake up. It was amazing to watch Imogen use her white woman tears to quote Noah for a good cause in this way, to truly figure out if Dr. Sullivan is someone they can trust or if she is really Bloody Rose. Now, after learning more about Dr. Sullivan's past and the fact that not only did she treat Rose Waters, but Rose asked her to help Archie and she didn't, and after he escaped from the cage and everything else, he might have also unalived her son Sebastian. Could it have been a far-fetched story that Dr. Sullivan came up with? Of course. I mean, she is a psychiatrist and she has worked with a lot of patients, so she has a lot of material to pull from if she really wanted to just fabricate a story. However, she tries to prove it to Imogen by taking her to Sebastian's tombstone that is in Millwood, because Dr. Sullivan reveals that she actually grew up in Millwood and she didn't want to leave him in Rosewood, where they were living at the time. I am slowly starting to take Johnny off of my suspect list, especially after the good night's sleep that Imogen had with him, because she truly felt safe, and it was the first time she has felt that way since what happened to her mom at her house. So he is coming off, and I'm going to keep him off for the moment, but if they pull a plot twist, I'm going to still be like, I was right and I should have stuck with my guns. All I want for you is to make your horror movie the way you want on August 1st, and I really pray after the season finale that you are able to do it, because you have been through too much. And at this moment, Christian is now on my suspect list. Now, I know originally I did not want to put him on that suspect list because I feel like it's just too obvious for it to be him, but all signs are pointing to it is obvious because it's true. And also, Tabby having a nightmare at his house when she should have felt and been safe the way Imogen was is also suspect. The nightmare that Tabby experienced while at Christian's house is her subconscious trying to tell her that she is not safe. And if she does not feel safe in a space she should have been, that should be, the red flag should be clicking for her, but they're not. That's cool. It's still a process, I understand. If Christian is on Bloody Rose's team, the only thing I could truly think of the reason why is because A, he used to be friends with Chip, and this is his revenge for what Archie Waters did to him, and he's putting that on the girls like Mrs. Langsbury. Or, like Mickey in Scream 2, he wants to make the horror movies that he loves so much, make it real. If Pretty Little Liars Summer School is paying homage to Scream 2, then my anxiety level has just reached another level, because that truly means that if Christian actually is on Team Bloody Rose, then that means during Tabby's final girl test that she will be betrayed and attempted to be unalived by her boyfriend, while Imogen could be losing her boyfriend at the hands of Bloody Rose and her team, and that just makes me sad at the possibility that that is what's going to be happening. What are your thoughts on Pretty Little Liars Summer School Season 2 Episode 7? Let me know in the comments.